Right now, live at 5, there's new hope for a coronavirus vaccine, and it couldn't have come at a better time as the U.S. sees close to 1 million new cases. Plus, some Minnesota state senators are calling for a Republican leader to resign after apparently only notifying Republicans and not Democrats about an outbreak of COVID among their members.
As more and more districts move to distance learning, what happens to the bus drivers?
And later, downtown Duluth storefronts are going red as they prepare their stores for what they hope will be a busy shopping season.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Duluth City Hall as we kick off the week. We are learning there may be light at the end of this pandemic tunnel with the news of a new vaccine, plus what Governor Walz is saying to Minnesotans following new lockdown orders. Good afternoon, I'm Kristen Bakke. Tony is on assignment. Thanks for joining us. As coronavirus cases increase nationwide, there's a new breakthrough on a second coronavirus vaccine. Chris Martinez has the latest.
In a study of 30,000 participants, scientists found the Moderna vaccine to be 94.5% effective. Dr. Lindsay Baden at Brigham and Women's Hospital was one of the study investigators.
It is an incredibly encouraging event and such a strong step in the correct direction to stop COVID transmission.
Moderna's results follow Pfizer's announcement last week that its vaccine is more than 90% effective. Both companies expect to have some doses available to high-risk individuals by the end of the year and widespread distribution by spring 2021.
We've got to actually double down on public health measures as the vaccine now phases in.
And not a moment too soon, hospitals in Utah are close to reaching a breaking point. In El Paso, Texas, inmates loaded bodies onto mobile morgue trucks over the weekend. With cases and hospitalizations smashing records, at least 27 states have imposed new coronavirus restrictions on businesses and gatherings. In Michigan, the governor announced a 3-week freeze on indoor dining and in-person learning for high school and college students.
If we don't take aggressive action right now, we could soon see 1,000 deaths per week here in Michigan.
North Dakota's Republican governor has implemented a statewide mask mandate.
I hate wearing the mask, but I think if it helps society move along with this, then let's just give it a try.
Here in California, weekly coronavirus cases have doubled in the last month, with nearly 7,000 new cases reported in Los Angeles County over the weekend. Officials worry Thanksgiving gatherings could spread the virus even more. And Chicago is now under a stay-at-home order. Many people made final grocery store runs last night, leaving some store shelves empty.
Meanwhile, hospitalizations are up 90% in the upper Midwest, and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is asking people to abide by safety guidelines. At a media briefing today, he expressed optimism a vaccine would be available for the majority of COVID-19 related Minnesotans by early spring. This comes as Moderna announced its vaccine, still in development, is nearly 95% effective. Today, the state reported its second highest single-day total number of cases so far. Governor Walz is asking Minnesotans to put aside their political ideologies and fight the virus together.
But the sake of disagreeing for disagreeing or making a public health crisis based on political ideology has put us in a really tough spot in this country. There's no denying that our rates of infection and our rates of death are worse than any place in the world.
The state is nearing 3.5 million total tests administered. Meanwhile, Minnesota's Democratic senators are calling on Republican State Senate Majority Leader Paul Gazelka to resign from his position. This comes after Senate Republicans failed to notify their Democratic colleagues and others about a potential COVID-19 outbreak. That was last week as many lawmakers gathered during a special session at the Capitol. Senate Minority Leader Susan Kent, a DFLer, is now calling on Gazelka to step down after he disclosed he is one of 4 Republicans to test positive for COVID-19. Kent claimed GOP gatherings led to an outbreak, and the information was not shared with the DFL.
None of this was ever conveyed to me or anyone else in the DFL caucus and in my understanding in the nonpartisan staff about what's been going on with our colleagues who may or may not have been exposed to COVID. And we had a session on Thursday.
Kent said if Senator Gazelka chooses not to resign, the DFL is still discussing what sort of action they will take. Gazelka has not commented publicly yet. We'll hear more from state Republican leaders tonight at 10. Wisconsin's mask mandate is being challenged in court. The state Supreme Court is hearing arguments on that today. Some Republicans call it an unconstitutional overreach of power by Democratic Governor Tony Evers. Since the start of the outbreak, Evers has issued 3 public health emergencies and a series of related orders. Evers has argued he can issue multiple orders because the threat caused by the pandemic has changed. Today, President-elect Joe Biden discussed his plans for rebuilding the economy as the nation continues to grapple with the coronavirus. President Trump still refuses to cooperate with the president-elect on his transition plans as he doubles down on false claims that he won the election. Michael George is in Wilmington, Delaware, with more.
President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris laid out their economic plans after meeting with business and labor leaders.
The President-elect and I are focused on building our country back better.
President Trump is still blocking the transition of power, tweeting Monday morning, "I won the election." But the president's own national security advisor is signaling his readiness to begin the transition process.
If the Biden-Harris ticket is determined to be the winner, and it's, obviously things look that way now, we'll have a very professional transition from the National Security Council. There's no question about it.
Meanwhile, calls from Republicans for the president to accept the election outcome continue to grow louder.
This COVID-19 is spreading all across the country. Hospitals are overflowing. People are dying. And our economy is collapsing. And the president is tweeting all day and night about beating Joe Biden instead of focused on let's have a really successful next couple of months and focusing on these problems.
President-elect Biden's COVID advisory team is planning consultations with vaccine manufacturers this week as they plan a pandemic response without cooperation from the Trump administration. Monday, Moderna announced its coronavirus vaccine is 94.5% effective in trials, just a week after Pfizer announced similar results for its vaccine. President Trump praised the vaccine announcement on Twitter, pointing to a rise in the stock market and adding, "Please remember that these great discoveries all took place on my watch." President-elect Biden warns that while the news is positive, the nation is still possibly months away from widely distributing a COVID vaccine.
President-elect Biden is urging all Americans to stay vigilant by social distancing and wearing masks to prevent the further spread of COVID-19 until a vaccine is available for distribution. Dave's here for a look at the weather. Dave, some chilly temperatures this morning.
Especially up in your neck of the woods, Hibbing and Chisholm down into the single digits in the wake of yesterday's mini snowstorm. That wasn't so mini for some towns. Let's take a look at this morning's temperatures. They ran quite a range. From Kristen's hometown of Hibbing, Chisholm there at 8, it went all the way up to 18 in my neck of the woods of Ely, and in our neck of the woods of the Twin Ports, 12. Warm spot Ashland at 20 above, Watersmead even warmer at 21. Tomorrow's going to be splitting the difference. I think a lot of towns are going to probably cool down to about 15 degrees as higher pressure takes over and the snowmaker departs farther to the east. That high pressure cell coming in should bring sunshine for our Tuesday and just might keep a dry spell around here until Friday. That just might be our next chance for precip. Our day planner for Tuesday then says it'll be mostly sunny to partly cloudy with a morning low temp in the mid-teens, afternoon finish only around 30, so still cooler than normal. But tomorrow could be a different story. We could get just a little bit warmer before we get that next round of a rain-snow mix perhaps come Friday, Christmas City of the North Parade Day. Will that be a big one or just a little one? We'll give you the latest theories in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, a new chance for giving in Duluth. Plus, things are looking brighter in Virginia this week. City by City is up next. And tonight at 6, Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced all schools and colleges must stop in-person classes, and restaurants in Michigan must close indoor dining for 3 weeks. We'll have.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live Local CBS3. Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Hit the slopes this winter with alpine skis from Continental Ski and Bike. Come in and browse our massive selection of alpine skis, or let our highly skilled technicians tune up your current skis so you're all set for your next adventure.
Wow, a new Buick for me?
To James from James. That's just what I wanted.
Is this a new Buick?
I Secret Santed myself.
I shouldn't have. I have been very good this year.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
This year turned Black Friday into Buick Friday, all month long. Now during Buick Friday, pay no interest for 84 months on most 2020 Buick SUV models.
To all our MediaCom customers, thank you.
We just want to say thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for trusting us to keep your family connected.
We'll do whatever it takes. Yep, we got you.
Thank you so much for being patient and your support.
You all are the reason that we do what we do, and we couldn't do it without you.
So thank you. We appreciate you, and please stay safe.
Thank you for being a part of our MediaCom family.
You're the best.
Thank you.
I set you free. I told you you could.
What do you get when you add care from Essentia Health and coverage from UCare? Essentia Care, now available for a more affordable price. Essentia Care's Medicare Advantage plans have premiums that start at $0 per month in select counties. You'll be able to see your Essentia Health provider at our 15 hospitals and 71 clinics. Plus, Essentia Care plans allow you the freedom to see any provider who accepts Medicare. Compare and shop plans at ucare.org/EssentiaCare.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Vaki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below average trend
Thanks so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS3.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Spirit Mountain on this Monday evening. Dave will have your full forecast coming up in just a few minutes, but first, let's take a look around the region. A bleak situation in Bayfield could soon lead to extreme new measures. Plus, Samaritan's Purse is now collecting donations for their week of giving. Let's head around the Northland, city by city. Off right here in Duluth, where Samaritan's Purse is kicking off its annual Week of Giving. Operation Christmas Child officially began today and will last through next Monday. Samaritan's Purse has several locations set up throughout the city collecting shoebox donations. Donors are encouraged to fill the box with toys, clothes, and school supplies. The boxes will be shipped worldwide to children in need. Now heading to Virginia, where the city is celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Festival of Trees. Due to COVID-19, the festival has gone through some changes. However, organizers say they're proud of the work volunteering organizations have done. The festival will include a tree lighting ceremony for the first time this year. Residents can also buy a decorated tree as part of a citywide fundraiser. There will be several other events throughout the week leading up to the tree lighting on Saturday. And finally, we'll finish off in Bayfield, where the financial strain of COVID-19 has left the city considering new measures to offset the cost. Among those measures are parking meters, a wheel vehicle tax, and possibly even disbanding the city. Bayfield has already been forced to tap into its emergency savings to offset basic operating costs. City leaders say while they have looked at disincorporating the city, it is at the bottom of their list of options. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, prepare to see a lot more red curtains popping up in Duluth storefronts. We'll tell you why.
Here's a live look at downtown Ealing. You can tell by eyeing up the sidewalks. Folks there didn't get as much snow yesterday as some places did. Cotton, for example, maybe a trace to an inch. Duluth, close to a foot. I'll talk about snow totals and why some places got more than expected. Coming up right after our break.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS3 News with Kristen Vaki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
Northwest Outlet is #1 when it comes to kids' winter clothing from the North Face and Columbia. Shopping Northwest Outlet for kids is a pleasure because they carry everything to keep them warm and dry in sizes infant to extra large for you. Jackets, winter coats, snow pants, bibs, mitts, gloves, hats, and smart wool socks, and winter boots from Kamek and Baffin and more. So keep the kids warm and dry this winter with the best from the North Face and Columbia. Shop Northwest Outlet, the children's winter clothing store. 1814 Belknap Superior, the store that saves you more.
Medicare isn't everyone's favorite thing to shop for, but with UCare, it might be worth a browse because right now, UCare is offering a $0 premium plan statewide. And unlike original Medicare, you also get prescription drugs, doctor visits, dental, hearing, and glasses. Fire off any questions to a decomplicator today. Hey, it's what we're here for. UCare, people-powered health plans.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
When you put on this role, another human being is relying on your judgment.
They make a difference in the courtroom.
Those are more than just symbols. They are a reminder of my responsibility. This matters. Every rendering, every decision, every choice, it matters.
All Rise returns tonight, 9/8 Central on CBS.
Wolverine RMAX 1000 now at RJ Sport and Cycle.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on live local CBS3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial. Local CBS3. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, the plan for Sunday was for a trace to 2 inches of snow, and that's what happened for a lot of places, but others did a lot more than that. Esco, 11 inches, Duluth Airport, 10. Guile, Snowbelt, 8 inches, 7 for Poplar, 6 both in Munger and Two Harbors, Cloquet, 5. Brule pulled in 4 inches. You'll notice it seems to be towns a little closer to the lake did a little bit better with that snow, but it wasn't lake effect. It was really the low pressure system just stalled out for a couple hours and the snow kept coming. But now the low is going, high pressure's coming, and we should have a dry spell until our next precip chance on Friday. And we'll talk about if that's going to be a big one or a little one coming up in just a bit. Right now we've got the current conditions at Duluth International. It's 24 degrees there right now. Relative humidity is 57%, and the wind is northwesterly 14 miles per hour. Air pressure is on the higher side at 30.15 inches of mercury as our low goes, and the high parks itself over the upper Midwest for several days. Current temps run from 27 in Watersmeet to Ironwood to 26 in Ashland, back to 27 by Superior and Solon Springs, but just a hair warmer in Hayward. Moose Lake's at 28 as well. Lower 20s here for the North Shore, and then you get into the lower 20s both for the Mesabi Range and the Vermilion Range, and near Borderland, just a hair warmer, 22 for International Falls. This morning was pretty cool around the Hibbing-Chisholm area, down to 8. I think we'll be a little bit warmer than that for some towns tomorrow morning, but cooler than that for others. More uniform temperatures settling in on about 15 above as our high pressure system settles into the region. And that'll go a long way in chasing away the clouds here as the high takes over for Tuesday into Thursday. Should be high and dry then, although Wednesday might look a little bit more indifferent because clouds will try to advance up over this ridge of high pressure. It'll become partly sunny, but Wednesday could also become warmer than normal at 40. Tomorrow's high of 30, again, will be cooler than normal, which is roughly around 35 right now. So after about 3 days worth of dry conditions, the change will come on Friday as our next low pressure system finally breaks over the Rocky Mountains, slides into the plains, and after all that effort, come Friday, it brings us a 30% chance for a little rain snow mix. Doesn't seem to be a big deal here. And then it could continue to do that in through Saturday with another 30% shot. And that's about it then for precip for the week ahead. So for Friday, for that Christmas City of the North parade on some other channel, if you get a chance to watch it after our news, you know, it's going to be pretty comfortable both on the streets and watching on TV. Okay, what are we watching right now? We're watching the low temps after this incorrect snow forecast, which says, yeah, we're not getting anything for a while here. We're looking at tonight's forecast in Minnesota, which dials us into a range of low temps going 13 to 19. And for Wisconsin, Michigan, about 16 to 20. For tomorrow, clear to partly cloudy sky for Wisconsin and the UP and near 30. For Minnesotans, about 26 to 31, maybe 32 with a partly cloudy sky. And that clear to partly cloudy sky is pretty much with us through Thursday. Then Friday and Saturday are the days for the flurries and the rain-snow mixes. Then once we get into Sunday, for the last part of Minnesota deer season, back to partly cloudy, which we hold on to at least through Monday.
You know, those temps look pretty nice compared to what we saw on the map in the beginning with the low temps from this morning.
Yeah, so we'll be eventually bubbling towards normal and holding on to that for about 7 days, Kristen. So initially a bit cool, and we get a little bit better as time goes on. The story of a Northlander's life.
Yes, nothing we can't handle.
That's right.
We're used to it. Thanks, Dave. Well, we wanted to let you know that starting today, CBS3 is taking additional steps to keep our newsroom staff safe and healthy as we continue to see increasing cases of COVID-19 throughout the region. Some of the changes include who you see behind the anchor desk and when. For the foreseeable future, you can hang out with me during the 5 and 6 o'clock news Monday through Friday, and then Anthony Matt will be here for the 10 o'clock shows. We have also sent additional behind-the-scenes staff home to work remotely. And again, this is all in an effort to make sure we're here to keep bringing you the news during these uncertain times. Thanks for sticking with us. Well, downtown Duluth is being painted red today as some local storefronts get in the holiday spirit. It's part of the Greater Downtown Council's annual storefront window display and lighting contest. Starting today, Duluth businesses will hang red curtains in their windows to hide the holiday display they're working on inside their store. Organizers say this event is a fun way to remind folks to buy local this holiday season.
This is a good way to support your local businesses. If you're shopping local, your money stays local, and it helps your friends and neighbors.
The unveiling will be on Friday prior to the Christmas City of the North Parade. Visitors to the area can vote on their favorite holiday window display for a chance to win items from some downtown shops. We have the list of participating businesses and the prizes you could win on our website. The Maple School District in Wisconsin starts distance learning across all grades today, a solution hoping to drive down the spread of COVID-19 in the county. That brings a big change for many, including bus drivers who are now left without work. CBS3's Leanne Valdez spoke to the school superintendent about their plans to help them.
The Maple School District Superintendent, Dr. Sarah Croney, says the district is spending this entire week coming up with other school-related jobs their bus drivers can do. Some of the jobs officials have come up with are dropping off breakfast and lunch for children at 5 designated pickup spots, 3 of them being outside of Maple, delivering mail between schools, or serving as a paraprofessional, doing duties around the schools and helping out with whatever is necessary. Dr. Croney says the bus drivers are also able to use paid sick time or apply for unemployment. But she added that offering them other work was important to the district.
It's extremely important to keep our bus drivers, just as it's extremely important to keep all our staff.
The district will be paying the bus drivers through this week. The Maple School District plans to reconvene December 10th to look at the COVID-19 case numbers in Douglas County, along with the staff. They're hoping to get back to in-school learning by December 14th.
Thanks, Leanne. Still to come, Minnesota Power is going solar with its latest project initiatives.
This is a paid advertisement for legal services. Attention women with ovarian cancer. Do you use talcum powder after showering? And did you know that talcum powder may increase your risk of ovarian cancer? If you are one of these thousands of women, call us now. You may be entitled to substantial cash compensation. Time is running out, so make the call. Women with ovarian cancer. If you use talcum powder, please call now.
Fond du Lac Casino is having a sock drive. Now through December 15th, bring in a new unopened package of 3 or more socks to the Fond du Lac Casino Players Club, and you'll receive $5 in club cash. All the socks collected will be given to a charitable organization and distributed to families in need. For more information, stop by the Players Club or log on to FondDuluthCasino.com. The sock drive is a great way to give back to the community while you
have a great time out at Fond du Lac.
We are excited to announce that our newest luxury apartment building, The View at Bluestone, is now leasing for 2021. Lease with us and you'll enjoy amazing amenities like a hot tub, pool, fitness center, pet spa, parking garage, and so much more. With so many things changing, be certain of your future. Be here with us in less than a year. Schedule a hard hat tour today and be one of the first guests to experience the initial feel of View. We can't wait to show you our progress. Schedule a tour at viewatbluestone.com.
Menards' last 11% rebate sale of 2020 is this week. Stop in to refresh your home. Start with over 550 color options of Zinsser Smart Coat. It's an advanced paint and primer in one with smooth coverage and superior adhesion. Then, bring out the natural beauty of wood with Varathane stains. It also provides ultimate color quality. Get 11% off all paints and stains. Head to Menards for the last 11% rebate sale of 2020.
Save big money at Menards.
Because adventure still needs chasing, we gave the newly redesigned 2021 Subaru Crosstrek a more powerful engine. Plus, standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. And Subaru is the most trusted brand for 6 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Lease a new 2021 Subaru Crosstrek for only $199 a month. Visit Miller Hill Subaru today at 4710 Miller Trunk Highway, online at millerhill.com.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on live local CBS3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial.
When you put on this role, another human being is relying on your judgment.
We make a difference in the courtroom.
Those are more than just symbols. They are a reminder of my responsibility. This matters. Every rendering, every decision, every choice, it matters.
All Rise returns tonight, 9/8 Central on CBS.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
After 3 years and a trio of phases of construction, the Superior Street reconstruction project is now nearly complete. The busy roadway through Duluth's downtown recently reopened to traffic. Crews had been working on the third and final phase of the project since this spring. While the street is now open again, city officials say there are still a few things they need to take care of. They will most likely wait until next year to put the finishing touches on the project. City spokespeople say that likely means more closures on the east and west ends of Superior Street. They're currently working out a timeline and exact locations. Minnesota Power is looking to advance action on solar projects across the state. Officials hope the projects would support economic recovery for communities impacted by the pandemic. The power company is asking regulators for an expedited review of its plans for a $40 million investment in solar energy. The company also asked the state's Public Utilities Commission to consider acting quickly on its plans to construct 20 megawatts of solar arrays in northern Minnesota. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Real steel. Find yours. And find what fuels you. Not sold at Lowe's or the Home Depot. Pick up at over 9,000 local steel dealers. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
Attention. This is an important message for anyone diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. In 2015, the Internal Agency for Research on Cancer warned that overexposure to Roundup and other weed killers may increase the risk of developing non-Hodgkin lymphoma. More evidence found that Monsanto may have known that Roundup was likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from the public as proprietary trade secret since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to adequately warn about the potential risk of cancer. A California jury found Monsanto's weed killer caused a groundkeeper's cancer and issued a verdict for $78 million. If you or a loved one was diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call the Sentinel Group now. Our network of experienced attorneys is ready to fight for you. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor.
Please call 800-627-1826.
As more and more districts move to distance learning, what happens to the bus drivers? That's next.
Sunday snow was supposed to run a trace to 2 inches, but for some towns it went way over that. Any more of that on tap this week, I'll let you know.
Tonight at 6. Live, local, CBS3.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park. Let's take a quick look at some of today's top stories and a peek at what's coming up tonight at 6. Hospitalizations are up 90% in the upper Midwest, and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz is asking people to abide by safety guidelines. At a media briefing today, he expressed optimism a vaccine would be available for the majority of Minnesotans by early spring. And tonight at 6, Governor Gretchen Whitmer announced all schools and colleges in Michigan must stop in-person classes and restaurants must close indoor dining for 3 weeks. But this order did not come without some pushback. Trump coronavirus advisor Scott Atlas took to Twitter and told Michiganders to, quote, rise up against new restrictions. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you right back here at 6.